Hey guys, I just thought I'd try to put this video together on adding gestures with Lip Sync Pro. I figured it out, and let's see if I can try to explain it. Hopefully I have every window that I need in the view there. So, what am I doing first? First, you're going to take your character and you're going to go over to the Lip Sync Pro over here. And you're going to click on gestures, and then it's going to tell you to add an animator controller. So you just drag in, make sure you put an animator controller in there, drag the animator controller into that spot, and then you're going to start adding different animations. So you're going to find the animations you want. So, for instance, let me see if I can. I don't think I have that view. Let me just, oops. One moment, please. Okay, so as you can see, I got this view here, project view. So then when you click over on the animator, there's going to be different animations. You can name them. You'll go to edit gestures, and you'll go to animation gestures, and then you'll create, you'll hit add, and then you can make whichever ones you want. You can name them whatever you want. So you go to gestures, and then you find the animations that you wanted. So I already had a character controller for her for my previous animations, which I actually just used. As soon as the game started up, it just triggered her to do all these animations on its own, and it wasn't really going off of what she was saying. So what's kind of neat is when you go into lip sync and you go into the gestures area, you can actually choose exactly where you want the animation to play. So as soon as she says a specific statement or sentence or word, you can have her do the animation that you want. So go back in here. Okay, so once you have your animated controller and you put the animations, you drag the animations in here. So you would just find the animations and then drag them in there, and you can edit them and crop them up if you need to, for if you want just certain things. If you're getting your animation off like Mixamo or Mixamo, however it's pronounced. Okay, so then you're going to go into your animated controller after you, okay, sorry, you have to begin setup. So it's going to have you begin to setup. So once you click on begin setup, you would just hit, next, 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 finish. And then it's going to basically make a layer for you, and it's going to add some perimeters in there for you, which is all just triggers. So it's going to put those in there for you. So it's making the triggers for you. And then you're going to, set up your animator controller, and you're going to make the triggers. So for instance, it starts an idle, and then when she first starts talking and lip sync, the first thing here, in order to do that, you would just right click and then go to add marker, and then you pick the one that you want. So I used hello, that's the beginning. So I would put hello right here, and then I would just I would go into the trigger, uncheck has exit time, and for the conditions you would just select the hello trigger. And the second one, so after this one plays, the next thing that's going to happen is when she starts saying this statement or this part of the statement, I want it to switch to a different animation called talking. So then I would go to the animator, and then I would just set that trigger, this talking, to talking, and it's just really easy. And then there's some more talking that she does. It's just a different animation. I named it more talking right here. So right there, I want her to switch over to this one. So then I just have a trigger set up for more talking. And then this is pretty much the last, well, no, I'm sorry. Then after she's done talking here, at the very end of her sentence, I want it to end to her walking backwards and walking away. So then I would put the bye animation, which is just a walking backwards animation. And then I would just mark that as a trigger, by trigger. I have a lot of other things set up here, which I probably don't even need. This is the first time I did this, so I just was kind of going at it. Alright, so then to see it in action, I'm going to just clear some errors out here. Okay, so then this is it in action.
Hello, I'm Nurse Scarlett. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while.
So now it's in the talking animation from that part.
I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours.
See, now it switched, and now...
Why don't you try and get some rest?
Now it's going to switch at the very end. She walks backwards and goes away. That's it. It did all that animation right in there. I didn't have to do any scripting or anything. And before I had to write I did visual scripting, and it was a huge amount of work. And this pretty much did it all for you. So I just thought I'd make a little video, and hope it was, hope you learned something. If you have any questions, let me know.